I don't know what he's doing. We can catch him up on
Comes
things.
Brian.
Okay,
Pardon
yeah,
me?
we have abatements that are first on the list anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yep. All right, so I'm going to call the meeting to order at 8:37. President Carol Rowe, Bill McGowan, Paul Kearse, and Dan Coughlin. Before we get going, I want to give my profound thanks to Paul and Wayne for covering for me during my sabbatical. Hopefully I don't have to go through another one of those. The next meeting would be the 13th of March.
13th of March.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so first we have Spindrift, an abatement.
All right, Lisa, go ahead.
Okay, so we're requesting an abatement for 363 Jerusalem Road. And it's for the sewer betterment. So this property sold and they did pay off. We gave them a payoff amount and they did pay it off. However, it didn't hit the books until after after the interest fees were charged. So we're just asking for the $5.47 to be abated.
what property is that?
363 Jerusalem Road.
Okay, that's not on the agenda, but I have no problem.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm fine with that as well.
I have 821 Jerusalem, 22
Oh,
Sheldon.
no, this is, I put it under sewer abatements with Lisa's name next to it.
Oh,
There
oh,
were two
okay.
of them.
Oh, okay, no problem. That's where we are. Got it.
Here
So
comes
make a-
Wayne.
Yep, so I'll make a motion to approve the $5.40.
Yeah,
47 cents.
I'll second. We do a roll call. Bill McGowan, aye.
Paul Kearse, aye.
Very good.
Aye.
Hey, Wayne.
And then the second one is 58 Jerusalem Road.
Yep.
And again, they paid off this sewer betterment per the assessor's amount. But it didn't hit the books until after the interest was accrued, and that's $3.04. So we're asking that $3.04 be abated.
Okay, I make a motion to abate the $3.04, 58 Jerusalem.
And I'll second that.
Third,
We'll do a roll call vote. Bill McGowan, aye.
Paul Kearse, aye.
Wayne Sawchuck, aye.
Thank you so much.
Great to see you again, Lisa.
Yeah,
to
visit
see you
up more
too.
often.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to put it through,
Thanks, Gail.
you're welcome. Denise, and she is with 22 Sheldon Road abatement,
Okay,
okay? Denise,
what's the amount of abatement they're requesting, Carol?
hold on. $115.06.
Okay.
Oh, nope, that is, sorry, wrong one.
Where would I have my? Much is that?
Denise,
Yes,
why don't you go ahead and speak with the
What's the amount
commission
of the
and
abatement?
explain
amount of
to
the-
to them?
What's the
you know
amount
what? My husband has been dealing with this and he had to go on a unexpected business trip. So I don't have the sewer. He didn't leave me the sewer bill, water sewer bill, but we had we had rented the home until July or August, and no one's been in there since then. We have since had we didn't find out until the water department came and said we had a water leak, or the pipe in the basement of the house had broken, and I think it might have started slow and then picked up. But I think when the water department did their readings, they realized there was a lot of water coming out and notified us. We live next door in 21, but we were, we're not aware that had happened. So no one's been there, and whatever. This was just as I understand, it was a quarterly charge from October through January or something.
So
I think we're going to need to get something a little bit more formal, like a written explanation.
Well,
Who
Dave
actually?
Dave
I did
sent
send
that
it to
in.
you. It was sent with the initial,
well, I have the bill here from Spindrift.
This is 22 Sheldon, and Dave sent a whole explanation of it, I think.
Mhm.
Let me see.
So what's the amount of the request?
It's 12,400 cubic feet is what they're looking to abate.
I'm asking the dollar amount, Carol.
$1,297.
Did any of this get into our sewer system?
All
This-
went down through the basement.
So you basically flooded the basement.
Yes, we've had Serpro in now to clear it out. We've had the water pipes fixed down there, and we have some abatement. We have some work to do because of the,
All-
you know,
All,
have-
according to Brenda, all the water ended up in the basement. It was
Okay, do we-
standing water.
Do we have any copies of the work that you've done?
Yes, that was also sent with the
I don't have it.
initial.
I printed everything out that you sent, and I don't see any of this in here.
All right, I can send it to you.
Okay.
So if nothing went through the sewer, then, you know, traditionally, we've approved the abatements, situations such as this.
And there is, Carol, there is confirmation that it did not go through. I mean, it was a water leak.
Yes, it did not go through.
Yeah, I'd make a motion to approve the abatement, whatever it is. And
Yeah, for 22 Sheldon, yep,
Yeah.
$1,297.
Yeah.
Okay. I second.
Oh, Wayne Sawchuk also.
okay. Okay. All done.
Okay, and then,
thank you very much.
Welcome.
thank
You're welcome.
you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
The 821 Jerusalem Road, the woman is actually, she's going through, I don't know if it's chemotherapy or, so she was actually at the doctor's today. She could not make it.
Okay,
But she's looking to have $115.06 abated. And they are with Ware River. And it looks like the meter reading was incorrect, according to Brenda, which is why she was filing for the $115.06 abatement.
So Ware River confirmed water that they,
Yes, they
Miscalculated.
didn't. Yep, per Brenda, yes, they confirmed.
okay. All right, well, I'll make a motion that we approve that abatement.
Second,
Okay, I
all
think we're all set.
side.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all the abatements except for 15 Spindrift, right?
Yes, that one's a little strange because what happened with Spindrift is there was a water leak that did not go into the wastewater system, which I confirmed with Brenda through Ware River. But they didn't know about it because no one was living there for over 6 months. So someone finally notified the owner because they're already living in New York at this point. So,
what's the amount on that?
that one
733,
is,
733.
yes. That's what they were looking for.
And what was the situation?
There was a leak in a pipe that was, I believe, in the basement, similar to the one where it just leaked into the basement.
Okay.
And they confirmed that it never made it into the system. I got that confirmation from Ware River through Brenda.
Okay. So very similar to,
Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
okay. So I'll make a motion to approve the abatement for 15 Spindrift Lane in the amount of $733.
I'll second. And we'll do a roll call. Bill McGowan, aye.
Paul Kearsey, aye.
Wayne Sawchuk, aye.
Okay.
Okay.
That should be all.
And so the next thing on the agenda is South Main Street. So I'm gonna put John Shivo in. You wanted to meet with him. He did fill out the modification or change of use application.
Okay,
And
Did-
so I believe that was the only thing you were waiting on. And I did
Right.
forward out the plans to you guys, the digital plans. And I believe, Dan got those as well.
so did we share with the property owner the calculations of the EDUs and if there would be any additional privilege and hookup fee if the went up, or if the EDUs did not go up, there would be no privilege fee? Have we shared any of that Dan sent with the
I
homeowner?
don't. Uh,
I have not.
no, I haven't. I
I sent
did
an
was,
email,
uh,
basically, based upon my calculations, it looks like it's going up about a half of EDU
Okay,
from the previous existing.
so John, you're on?
Yes.
Okay. Dan, I'm gonna see if I can,
Yeah, I'm looking at the application right now, and the only request I have is that if possible, it's typed rather than written, because it's, I mean, I get the gist of what you know, and I think it's because I know what you're doing that I can decipher it, but I would be better if it was probably printed a little bit clearer here, just for our records.
fine,
Mhm.
yeah, what I was looking for was Dan's email to show the property owner, here are the calculations
It
for the
was
EDU. Do you
February
have that?
23rd. February 23rd.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I have it.
oh, can you share the screen?
Hmm. Do. Let's see.
So John, as you know, the property already had two EDUs.
Yes.
That were paid for
Mhm.
for that property. And with your change of use, with the new facility that's there, the number of EDUs went up by, I think, a half of EDU. And I believe that calculates, Carol, did you call up the screen yet?
No, I'm having trouble getting the screen up.
It's about a half a EDU, which in layman's terms is somewhere around $18,000 in additional privilege and hookup fee. And I wanted to share with you that calculation that our subject matter expert, Dan Coughlin, has calculated. And yeah, Dan, I've got EDU summary. Wrong property. Dan, can you share your screen with it?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have this on my laptop, which I'm using right now.
Okay, so you said Friday, the 23rd?
Yes,
Okay. Oh, I know why. It's an email. It's not a Word doc. Okay,
Yes.
Right.
so,
it's in the
Okay.
body of the email.
yeah, so, okay, let me try that. So if you want to let me share the screen, Carol.
Okay, hold on. There you go.
Let's give it a shot.
And Carol, you probably want to send a copy of that email to the applicant.
Okay.
So you guys can see this here?
Perfect. Yep.
Yes.
All right, so your original, the original betterment was the two EDUs. So those are the credit that's here. Now you go to a two-bedroom, there's two-bedroom residential units calculated for a total of one. There's a one-bedroom or a one-room with three-bedroom revised. That's 3/4. And then the three on the retail space, quarter EDU. So that total comes to 2.5 EDUs. The calculation down below where we credit you the 2, so it's just a half a EDU left. That would be the $18,750.
Okay. And that is due when?
Prior to occupancy permitting.
Okay. All right, so if Carol can send me an email and an invoice on that, I will get her a check.
I will do that today.
Okay, perfect.
And the place looks beautiful, by the way, John.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Really
that.
nice, really nice property. I hope it does well.
Yes.
I know
that's
that John is making one of the units affordable to help out on the affordable housing aspect of the town, which is not required in our bylaws at all for him because it's only 3 units over there. So again, I want to thank you on behalf of the town for doing so.
All right, thank you. You're more than welcome.
Good steward of the property.
All right, thanks a lot. Easy enough. All right, you all enjoy the day.
Thank you so much, John.
All right,
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And I'm gonna put Cameron in for 221 Hull Street.
How's it going?
Morning.
Morning. So we responded to Mr. Coughlin's review, and I believe he's all set with it. He forwarded it to the town engineer to have a quick look at for some of the non-sewer related comments he had. And I don't know, have you heard back from him at all?
But Brian Joyce is on, if that's who you're referring to.
Brian, could you unmute, please? There he is.
Yeah, and just for my benefit,
Hey,
Cameron,
sorry, I
can-
missed that.
All right,
That's okay.
yeah, just for my benefit, Cameron, can you give me a very short thumbnail of what you're planning to do, what you're at?
Yeah, I can share the PDF on the screen if you'd like.
Yeah, Bill had been absent for a month, so we just kind of bring him up to speed on the property. There were some questions that Brian raised during our last meeting on this, and a lot of it had to do with easements and right of ways. We had concerns about what Dan stated, that there had to be 30 feet from the control panel, and wanted to make sure that all of those were addressed. I believe Dan's concerns were addressed. We just need to confirm that the ones that Brian Joyce brought up are as well.
Okay.
And the other thing I believe is there's I believe that the abutter uses a sub pump and pumps out. That's the water that's running down the hill? So I don't know.
I believe there's a drain outlet down by the bottom of the driveway. We're not exactly sure where it comes from or where it goes. It goes
Okay.
to, it's believed to be 10 Grace Drives, but we're not sure how it gets there.
Because, INI is a big issue for us, so we're just want to make sure that we capture any loose areas of INI out there.
Yeah,
Dan, I don't know if you want to put that on a list to take a look at or not. We were concerned about the manhole that was right at the end of your drive, if you will. So we got that confirmed.
yeah. So we moved, originally we had the pump down at the bottom of the driveway.
Yeah.
We moved it up to the front right corner of the house up over here. And the panel's now on the side of the house. So it'll be a pressure force service down the entire length of the driveway instead of a 4-inch gravity sewer. And then we added in, there were concerns with protecting the abutters sewer service that comes across our driveway during construction and from freezing, because we're cutting a little bit of soil off the top of it. So we now have it proposed for the contractor to add insulation if the depth goes if the cover cuts less than 4 feet. And then we added a let's see. Right here, we originally just had a stone apron for construction. We created a stone access drive up the front, up the full length. And where it crosses the sewer, the stone will be a greater depth of 12 inches, and it'll be compacted tight so that the construction vehicles don't crush the pipe.
So it's all in geotext too, is it correct?
Was it?
It's also on a geotextile?
Yeah, yeah, there's also geotextile on it, yeah. I can bring up the quick detail of it if you want. Right here. So here's where it would be if it's over a pipe. The rest is all kind of construction related. To kind of keep the groundwater from infiltrating into the sand beds during construction and after, and from coming out the valve boxes and down by the street. So we proposed, somewhere we have the clay dams along the trenches for any of the new utilities. And then we also, there was a concern with the infiltration trench along the driveway, which I can show. There's an infiltration trench that runs along the driveway, and there's a concern with the proximity to the water line and the water from the trench infiltrating into the sand bed of the water line. And we've proposed an impervious barrier along the edge of the driveway so that the water that enters the infiltration trench can't go back towards the driveway and goes into the ground and away from the other direction.
Yeah, the only other concern I had is where you cross over the existing sewer line with that infiltration trench.
Yeah,
Just want to make sure, I know you have a clay dam detail, but wanted to make sure that there would be a clay dam there. So
yeah,
that
yeah,
it
we
doesn't
can,
proceed down.
I can specify it on the plan if you want it to just throw a note in there to add the clay dam at that location.
Yeah.
And it'll be insulated throughout that section to keep it from freezing if the cover gets lost. And we don't know exactly where the service is now, so we added a note for the contractor to field locate it prior to starting any construction or bringing any heavy equipment over it or anything like that.
So do we want that sewer cover sealed, Dan? Watertight?
Are you talking about the gate box at the bottom of the hill?
Yeah, right at the bottom of his driveway.
The one for 10 Grace? Or the new one?
Either one. I know that right now we have one that's there, that I
Yeah.
think we confirmed.
Is 10 Grace is a full manhole, correct? The one
Yeah.
at the bottom of the driveway? We're just proposing like a typical roadway box at ours.
Yeah, there's no need to make it watertight. The water's not gonna go in the sewer. It's all pressure sewer up there, so
Okay,
should just
I-
infiltrate in the ground if it goes in the box.
Mhm.
So is Grace Drive pressure sewer until it gets out to 228?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I think my only comments in looking at this, I mean, this looks pretty good, and I agree with all the Dan's comments. I think a lot's been addressed. It was just really the kind of the easements of that. This is a subdivided property from that other one, and so the water and sewer goes across this. And you know, we've run into facts before where people have utilities on, you know, new subdivided properties, and if they need to fix those or whatever, just that legally that those easements are in place.
Yep, so if you look at the screen, we actually recorded an easement for all the utilities. It's kind of a blanket easement. It essentially says that there's a easement in 5 feet on either side of the utilities on site. based on the actual location of the utilities, we don't have the actual easement shown on the plan. But there is a recorded easement at the Norfolk Registry of Deeds.
Yeah, so generally speaking, they addressed all of my comments in one fashion or another, and I didn't really have much issues with it at this point in time. I just referred it to Brian because it does enter the roadway, and I didn't know if he had any additional concerns. But otherwise, it looked like they addressed everything.
Have you determined the number of bedrooms yet or anything like that?
I want to say it was 4 bedrooms.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't think we got a definitive answer on that, but
yeah. Because there's still the privilege and hookup fee and all that.
Hmm.
So what is the plan now for moving forward with the property?
Get building permit and start construction. I believe that is his plan.
What time frame?
I think they're kind of ready to go. I would assume they're gonna try and start in the spring. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but
Okay,
he's been itching to get this approved, so my assumption is that he wants to get it started in the spring.
okay.
the application currently references 4 bedrooms, although we
Yeah.
don't have any plans, but so that would be a single EDU. So it would be the full privilege fee for connection. Which is 37,
Yeah,
Right.
37.5. Yeah.
Mhm.
correct.
Are we all set on this?
I think we are, yeah. There's
Yeah,
Nothing more. We don't need to do anything. They're just gonna go to planning board now and get plans accepted and
Well, they did file an application for sewer service connection. I don't know if you want to vote on that.
I think we should.
well, they haven't, have they actually submitted an application?
Yes,
Oh, they
Yes.
have. All right.
You,
Then I would make a motion that we approve the application subject to payment.
Second.
Property.
Wayne Sawchuck, second.
Paul Kearsarge.
Bill McGowan, aye.
one other thing too, sorry, on the last one, the 147, South Main. That was also an application for modified use. I don't know if you want to vote on that one as well.
We've already approved it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought we did.
He has to, yeah, we approved, he came in front of us back in November of last year, I believe, or the year before.
Okay,
So his application was approved through the town, and it's just a matter of him paying the sewer and hookup fee.
okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I didn't have that in my notes.
Do we have anything else to discuss, gentlemen?
You all
Don't
set
have
now?
anything. Don't have anything currently.
Any updates on the filters for the plant?
Just those emails have been going back and forth from the attorney trying to chase down the other attorney.
Yeah,
So just a
Brian?
quick.
Yep.
A quick update on the coast, so the coastal resiliency stuff that's going on, they're doing borings in the driveway of the sewer plant. You know, to look at potential designs of raising that, and also have started the design of raising the electrical equipment in the plant, as well as the transformer and the feed out front. So that's Woodard and Curran, and anyway, their deliverable on all that is June timeframe. So we'll be seeing something prior to that for review.
Yeah, can you get him to repave the driveway to its
yeah.
natural luster after they drew? Hey, could you, in all seriousness, could they take a look at the operations facility itself, that mobile home that's there?
Yeah, so
I
that's
mean,
gonna
I
be
think we ought
part
to
of the
get it.
design. So that trailer needs to go, and then the transformer pad and the transfer switch for the generator, the new elevated stuff is gonna be in that area. So it's gonna be modified in the design somehow, so we'll, again, this deliverable is just on a design, it's not the construction
Yeah.
part, so.
Right,
we'll have-
right.
We'll,
Yeah, I know we talked to them about doing something with that mobile home, either getting a new one or figure something out there. But,
right.
okay,
Brian, have
so
you heard
that'll,
anything about rainfall, like in the last night? I mean, did we get any idea of what we got? Cause I have a text into Scott, but I haven't heard from him yet.
No, I didn't hear anything this morning. I mean, it was pretty good windstorm and we had some decent rainfall, but I don't think it was like the 3 inches
Okay.
before, but we do have, stay tuned. We have like, 7 days of 7 to 10 days of pretty good wet weather ahead of us. So,
Wonderful.
see what happens.
Okay,
usually takes about 12 hours to hit the plant.
yeah. Yeah. Do we have any more business to conduct?
That was
I
all
think
that was
that-
on the agenda.
Yeah, okay. I make a motion to adjourn then.
Okay. I second.
I'd second, I third,
I'll say Bill McGowan, aye.
All side.
Wayne Sawchuck, aye.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you. Have a
All
good
right, see
day.
you on the 13th.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
Yes.
it was a
All
lot
right.
of fun. Thank you, guys.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.